Welcome back to Twice Half That. I'm Anthony.
And I am Moab. It's a big bomb. Because when I get home, I'm going to drop one.
No, it's only after dinner.
It's only at work.
In the room.
Yeah. As I'm doing the massage. Just blah, 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 blah. Just ignore that.
It's aromatherapy.
Yeah. And it's bubble therapy because it sounds like bubbles. In an adult diaper. That way I can keep working all day. It would
Keeps
be
you warm.
Yep. I could spew out of my ass what Kanye spews out of his mouth.
Dude, I don't think you've reached that level yet.
I think anybody could do that.
Yeah, Kyrie's giving him a run.
Yeah, he is. He's talented at that. He's
giving him a run. I mean, Kanye's still out in the lead, so, you're winning.
Wow.
But Kyrie, he's trying to catch up.
He's a dumbass.
Yeah.
He's constantly trying to sound smart when he's not. It's like, just take a chill pill on running your mouth. Just talk about basketball, and then that's it. If they ask you anything about Twitter, that's my personal time that I'm tweeting.
Or just get the fuck off Twitter.
That would be, well, shit. Elon Musk is going to destroy Twitter, so
yeah.
You're not really going to have to worry about it.
He's already moved on from a lot of executives and shit.
Oh, he
basically cleaned house.
Yeah, he did. He got rid of the board of directors. And it's all like, that guy, that was cool.
Whoa.
He's an idiot. He started spouting, what?
Your mic just cut out.
Oh. Yeah, it did. That's what that noise was.
Oh no, my mic just cut out.
My mic is still working. The pussy popping shield is doing its job. It's called a pee shield, but I like calling it the other way. See if that works. Does it?
I don't know.
Nope.
That was interesting.
You slide it over here?
No, there's a second one over here. That was really interesting.
Yeah, that was cool. Sounded awesome. Is the mic, or did it just... Up. Now, there's no noise. Period. Up. There we go. Hey, we're back! Messing
Hold
with
on.
the noise. Up. Maybe not recording on there at all. Technical difficulties. But Ben Simmons sucks. Like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing that entire time he was off, but I don't think it was, playing basketball. I think he was twiddling his thumbs and effing around on...
Twiddling his something.
Oh, there we go.
There we go, I'm back.
Hey! We're back in business.
So my mic was out for a little while.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
And it sounded like we got attacked by...
Megatron.
Yeah.
Transformers, robots in disguise. But he...
More than meets the eye.
He's been doing really bad. I think they said 8 points per 100 possessions.
Some shit like that. He just missed a
Small.
game because of back tightness or some shit like that. Like, he's afraid to attack. He's afraid to shoot.
Shoot. Yeah, we're going to talk shit a little bit.
But not as much as now.
But at this point, we'd be like, all right, let this motherfucker recover before, we start going in on him again. And he refuses to do it. And it's annoying because it's, yeah, I'm going to get on you because you're making a lot of money and you should have a little bit of fire under your ass, so we're going to drum some up because we're fans. And, being fans, we're going to be assholes to you because I don't know you.
Yeah, right?
But seriously.
In all fairness, when we talked about this before, when we spoke about him, like, Philly fans can be quite ruthless. I mean... So he was in the wrong city to have those struggles and then to turn the way he'd like the whole situation. I mean, we went over it before, but it just...
You can't shrink like that.
You can't shrink like that in professional sports, but especially not in Philly.
No, that is a hard town, man. Those people, they like to fight, so you better be ready to fight day in, day out, and if you have a bunch of
and they
people
take their
doing what he
sports
does,
teams very seriously.
Very seriously,
So,
hey, I've said it many times before. I'm an investor too.
Yep.
Best type of investor.
That's
you don't
why.
have to pay me
That's
back.
why I don't have a problem with the fans saying "we" when referring to the team.
Oh, when I say we, it's because, motherfucker, I contributed monetarily to buying.
And emotionally. Like, also, like, I'm more into it than the players are.
Yeah.
You know,
right now it's literally a business for them while they're playing it.
And I don't fault them for that.
Only the greats truly keep that
child. You know, you have like Warren Sapp, who had one of the best quotes of all time. Get paid a king's ransom to play a kid's game. I mean, yeah.
I love Sapp's the shiz light. He really
Shaq
is.
too.
Yeah, Shaq's awesome.
Dude, like more and more, I'm seeing more of him just like giving, and
he does it silently. He doesn't like people seeing him do it.
And then it's like you see how gracious he is with fans. Like I saw a clip of him, you know. This is post playing, so this is Hall of Fame Shaq, and stop and take 5 minutes to have a conversation with someone. Like,
and Shaq's awesome.
That goes a long way with people. We're not even recording on here.
Oh,
what the fuck is going on?
Cool.
So
I think when your mic cut out, it stopped recording.
But I hit record again.
Nah, no you didn't.
Oh my god. So those of you listening on, you know, purely audio, you missed some stuff and I don't even know what you missed.
Talked about Ben a little bit. And
Ben Simmons, Shaq.
Some other shit.
Some other shit. I mean, that... Yeah, having a lot of issues with the audio on this shit lately.
Yeah, it'd be like that, man. You know, give us money and we'll buy better shit. Or, you know what? Don't give us money and we'll win the lottery and we'll pay for all the shit ourselves. Yep. One of the two. I'll take the lottery.
Honestly, yeah.
Hey, will me winning the lottery and I will, you know...
keep doing this, shit, but on better equipment.
Yeah. And if you're lucky, I may do it longer. Nah, but it would be nice to win, you know, not $1 billion, but...
I mean, it would be nice to win $1 billion just because...
Yeah, it would be cool, but you're
it's
really
$1 billion,
getting like
but
$250 million when all said and done.
Yeah, it's something like 250, 260, somewhere in that range, yeah. It's under 300, so you're getting under a third of the total prize that you allegedly won.
Oh man, hell of people are pocketing hell of money.
Well, not to mention, like, it used to be the store or vendor that sold you the winning ticket would get half of 1% of the winnings, which in this case, it's at $1 billion. That's $5 million.
That's a decent.
That's a substantial sum for just selling a ticket.
That's retirement. That's fuck you money.
But they capped it at $1 million now.
Yeah, which sucks.
Which, I mean, that's still a lot of money and great. You're getting for selling, but my question with that has always been, where's that other $4 million go then?
My pocket.
Exactly. Like, it doesn't just
my
it doesn't just disappear. You know, it's not going. Yeah,
in my pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay, in my bank account.
My Cayman bank account.
Here. Yeah, they really need to get a hold of that because that shit's annoying.
But it is. It's ridiculous. That, I mean, don't get me wrong. Winning any sum of money, like, especially with a simple $2 investment, it's awesome. And I don't think either of us are in a position to be like, oh, it's only $10,000. Like, that's still 10 G's.
It's 10 G's, man.
But when you tell someone they want to...
hookers with that.
$1 billion, and I understand that that's based on a annuity. So they're not actually depositing $1 billion into that account that pays out. It's a certain amount that the interest gets to that point and all that. And when you take the lump sum, you get less than that because it would be essentially what they're putting in there. And then you get taxed again on that.
Yeah.
It's like, I was talking to a dude from Ireland, and he's like, yeah, the lottery out there is what you win is what you take home.
England, too. Same with Ireland. I mean, technically.
And England.
Two. There's fucking Northern and...
Yeah, and Northern is still a part of Britain.
Britain. And
they're
Scotland,
a part of British.
I'm pretty sure is the same. I'm pretty sure the Gibraltar Isles are the same. Or no, it's the... No, Wales is a whole part
and they're down south.
Is it south? Yeah, I thought it was... I thought they were like right next to... No. Or I shouldn't say next to, but like flanking Ireland. Wales. We speak fucking gibberish. That's like what? What's his name did a great job. Hot Fuzz. Where he's like, what's he saying?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, what? What? He said there's a mine in the house. Oh, what? That was a good one. They need to do more.
I mean, that duo was solid.
Who was it? It's Simon Pegg.
Well, we were both right. I just
Something
had to look it up
Frost.
because a Wales thing. Is there the south part? They're in the southern part.
Shite. Yeah, they
right
are.
by Ireland.
All right, yeah.
So we're both
So
right.
you have England or Britain. What's Britain? The island?
Britain's
or England.
I think it's the island, and then England
is the country.
Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever. England basically owns all that shit. You know, you'll have Wales
The United
here,
Kingdom.
and then Ireland is here. So that's how it goes. All right, that's pretty informative. Oh shit! So I learned some stuff about the.
Don't fucking lie.
Well, I invented some stuff about the caliphate in when the Muslims started taking over. Technically, they couldn't take slaves of anybody of the book. So if you were Jew or a Christian, you weren't taking slaves. But if you were a Christian on their lands, they would take your child, and that child would be put in the military. But that little nigga would be like an elite fighting force for the caliphate. So it's all like, yeah, I'm Christian fighting for the Muslims, but I'm like kind of not super high up, but I'm like mid-level tier in the community, so it's not that bad. And there was no superiority. An Arab is not superior to anyone, and no one is superior to an Arab. No light skin is superior to a dark, and no dark skin to a light. But when they got into
we
Africa,
went into that in general too. Like
that was English. In particular, that was a corporate dude, company dude, who was trying to
we got into our whole conversation of race
to enslave the Indians.
Yeah, exactly. It like the concept of color being the dividing line. It's a very new concept.
Because you could literally go change.
Well, you go back
all the time.
and
Or
like
not
you
even
see
country,
colorized stuff or
nation-state.
colorized things from like
City-state.
Roman and Greek times. It's like there were people of all different skin tone.
Oh yeah, and you went everywhere. You could literally be like, you know what? Fuck this. I hate Libya. I'm going over, or Lydia. I'm going over to Rome, or I'm gonna go over to Lycia, or one of these other motherfucking countries, and they're just chilling there, and they'd be like, yeah, the motherfuckers Lycian. They're here. They were like, there was a color, difference because the Arabs did tend to use the Africans in the fields more, and the lighter skinned, slaves in urban settings. So they were like, that was a little weird. And I'm like, no, it's not.
I think
You're
that's
literally
also
talking about people who made deals with people in Africa. Holy shit, it's hot here. It's really hot here. And I come from a hot motherfucking place, and these people can work in this heat.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's more of a, like, I feel like that situation specifically is more of a, practical is not the right word, but
you're playing to the strengths
exactly
of that.
You're using up people that, one, need sunlight because of all the melanin in their skin, but it's also they can thrive in it based on where they're from. So it's just more practical to use those people in a hot environment.
And you're talking about someone coming from, a whole different, area. They were getting, and you got a trip when the Caliphate went into Africa. They met a lot of different African kingdoms, and some people, obviously, wherever you go, your military is going to be better. In some places, you're going to be like, I'm not even going to try and fight them. Hey, we got this to trade. Do you like it? Who do you naturally fight all the time? Those people. Do you have any enslaved with you? Yeah. I will fucking trade half of what we got here for those 4 slaves right there. Those dudes look like they can kick some ass. And it's all like, all right. And then he's like, all right, cool. Pull them here. Teach them 4 how to, use the heavy shield and all that shit. and then we'll go from that. And then you could see, oh shit, damn, you guys got a lot of fucking slaves here. All right, and back in the day, slaves were anybody who were your enemy that you then conquered. Now that's usually how slaves.
That's your servants. That's your serfs. That's your lowest rung.
And it would be
they do all the work that nobody else will do.
Yeah, and depending on what empire you're in,
because they don't have a choice.
Your role as a slave differed. If you were an Arab, if you had to be a slave in any of the empires, you'd probably choose an Arab slave. You got treated way better. Way motherfucking better.
I mean, they were treated better than the Romans.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you didn't want to be a Roman slave. You didn't want to be an Ottoman slave.
No.
You didn't want to be a Greek slave. You didn't want to be, you would be like, I'll chill with the fucking Arabs. And their whole thing was, we cannot castrate you. So, I'm going to trade you to him, and you'll be his slave, and then that guy's going to castrate you in Western Europe, and then I'm going to trade him for, ooh, look at that blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman. And people are like, even then, he hinted at, and he said an attractive black woman went for like 35 denarii, and a white woman went for like 10,000. And it's all like,
holy
first
shit.
off, and I've heard this from several historians, they were all like, women back then were useful, but the more primitive you got, the more useful they actually were. Or not primitive, but I should say savage, barbaric. They would be, or pagan is the term that the Muslims would have used. They
or whatever the Muslim.
Yeah, they were just like, well, and you got a trip. The Muslims were not too far from Africa, so they were all like, we're literally getting millions upon millions of, these slaves, because you got a trip. That's a new source that hasn't been tapped.
Yep.
All of Europe, all of Asia Minor, all of, Asia proper have been just saturated with, people have been infighting for so long, and then you get to what essentially you had a big barricade in climate.
Yeah.
In Africa, and you probably had Africa
and
just
similarly going into Asia, like
the
northern part going through there too.
Yeah.
It's a similar thing.
It's
the opposite weather, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, you're still getting stopped, and if you look at,
especially in the time where it's like you didn't have AC and you didn't have like fucking snow clothes. You had fur.
And if you look at from some of the new satellite footage and new, I think it's called LiDAR, that they've done on Africa, they're like, holy shit, there may be a lot of ruins in the Congo. The Egyptian Empire may be a whole lot older than we think, and they may have gone over to South America, and that's where the Olmecs come from. Because if you look at the Olmec civilization in South America, they look black.
Mm.
And China they've been to the Americas. So, and you got to think, those, China it's old, but it's you can't say it's as old as Africa. Africa is massive as fuck.
Well, and the climate and the landscapes change so much
throughout
the
Nile
history.
used to dump out into the Atlantic, not the Mediterranean.
That's crazy.
And they were all like, and it was all lush forest going through
because
there.
you're super fertile.
So you could see how, the Egyptians then had to follow the Nile drying up. Some stood in the Congo, which is incredibly difficult to live in. And man, if I was president, I swear to God, Liberia, they would become a state. They petitioned to become a state.
Really?
Yeah. Though that was literally Americans who were slaves, who were freed, and then I think under Gideon said, F that, let's go back home. Went back to Africa, caught shit because, they were American, and even now, if you look at it, they're thriving. They're just like California, they could feed the earth. And it's all like, and they petition, hey, what's up? Why don't we, become, we're
That
American.
explains the flag, too.
Why don't, if you look at their flag,
It's
it is
literally
legit.
red, white, stripes, a blue corner, and one star.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like this is
official language, English.
Yeah, see what I mean? I would hop on that in a second. I'd close the borders off. That's where the border wall would go up. Because I'm like, hell nah. Ain't no terrorists coming in here hurting any of my motherfucking people. And I mean these people. Because historically, they are our people. Those are Americans over there. I really don't see it. Well, I shouldn't say Americans. They are citizens of the United States. Because Americans would, that would mean Mexico and everybody else. And really, it's just, us. It would be fantastic. I'd do a bunch of shit. I'd go to Mexico and be like, what's up? Let's sign this shit and let's do what Germany did. Let's sign a piece of paper and become one awesome motherfucking country. And then we can, sweep through, get rid of the cartel. And it doesn't have to be all at once. We can literally do the shit in motherfucking phases.
Yep.
And then wipe that shit out. And then literally be like, you know what? Through education and, just healthcare, people will stop doing cocaine. You're not going to have to worry about that. And in all honesty, anybody who starts to get on it, we're just going to... I believe you do go draconian in some cases. It's... Yeah, I'm French now. And you should know. And... you just put them on a plantation and you leave them there. You fend for yourself.
It's almost like
you want to get high all the
colony,
goddamn time. Yeah, you want to get high all the goddamn time. You want to contribute shit. Then go over there and fucking fend for yourself. And let them do that. Island of Dr. Moreau. Go have fun. Go be an animal. You want to be an animal? Go do that. I'm not going to deny you that.
Around.
Yeah. Halloween.
Yep. Yeah. This isn't my normal clothes.
It is. Yeah, it is. That's how he goes to work. He walks in the police precinct and he'd be like, hey, where my hookers at?
But you got prostitutions in your department.
Man, David Cross is awesome. Oh,
Run,
who
Ronnie,
else
Run
is
is the
awesome?
movie that we were referencing right there.
Pussy doodle doo.
Damn. Double damn. Damn. That movie is fucking funny.
He's a fucking idiot.
Dude, I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, dude, you got to see this. And then we fucking watched it, and it was just like, it's...
Oh, yeah. Plug time. Cat Williams, World War III, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
It is fucking hilarious.
He
has
back.
More comedy specials out than anybody.
I believe that. That dude was doing it hard for a long time, and then he kind of fell off.
Yeah.
And he's working his way back now.
Al Franken, listen to him on... Your Mom's House podcast. He was, former senator.
Yeah.
He is
Did he step down because he, groped someone?
Because, I think she was sleeping and he was pretending that he was grabbing her boobs or something. Was it dumb? Yeah. Did he touch her? No. Was it dumb? Yeah, it was really fucking dumb. Was it violating her personal space? Yes, it was violating her personal space. Should he have done it? No. I really don't find that type of comedy funny.
Yeah.
If you're doing it to, another dude, that's funny. Because, he doesn't have tits, and all he's going to do is be like, back the fuck up, you piece of shit.
But that's
if
an
you
area
do it to his junk, now it's like, now you're drifting into your being sexually fucking,
a predator. It's... You are assaulting them.
You're being disgusting. Like, come on, dude, don't be a fucking creep.
And that's where grabbing it, grabbing her, acting like you're grabbing a chick's tits. It's like, that's kind of one of those personal areas.
It's like, come on, man, don't be doing that shit. The name of the game is to try and do it in private. And you may blow that by being dumb. What the fuck is going on with the computer? It is like,
I don't know. It's
wigging the fuck out back there.
It really is. I keep looking at it too. That's part of why I'm just kind of like.
It's on the fucking electric heroin. It's just sitting there like.
Oh.
It's one thing I will say. I do enjoy that about Bart is watching these motherfuckers just literally
all the heroin they hand out.
It's be high. If you're gonna be high, why don't we just back up and lay back and enjoy
as you take everything
the
with
high.
you.
Let's just go and enjoy the high. These dudes, legit, I swear
They
to
get
God,
to the edge of that
they
seat,
get to
too.
the very
And
edge
it's
of the
just
seat,
kinda...
and then it's this.
Yep.
And then I love it because it's all like, come on, motherfucker, you better jerk this train. Jerk this motherfucker. And then dude just literally does a roll, and then they look up all
God, that
embarrassed
just
like...
fucking reminded me when we were going to Stan's on the bus.
When
I fell asleep.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
We're sitting in the seats that face each other.
So when you come up on the 33, which is the bus we had to take coming from the mission going to the Haight. And when you get to a certain part, you come up Market, and then when you're coming up Market, you cut, literally switch back all the way back, and it's an electric line, so it stays connected. It's pretty cool. It's a nice view too. If you're ever in San Francisco, take the 33. It's a great, bus route.
And you might get some drugs.
Yeah. Oh, you'll definitely get some drugs.
Or herpes.
Yeah. Well, you'll definitely get herpes. that is. Watch the cheap hookers, man. And hey, you gotta watch the expensive ones too. Sometimes they sneak it in there, and it's on the inside, and you get it on the tip, and that's not fun.
Speaking from experience, are we?
No, I've just watched it a bunch. You made me forget what the fuck I was talking about.
The 33 when I fucking fell asleep.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking out the window, and we're, the old buses had seats that faced each other.
Yeah, towards the back. Yeah.
So he's sitting on that side, I'm sitting on this side, so we both got a window seat, and we could fucking talk. And, you're not next to each other, and fucking someone's got the aisle. So we're sitting there, and he's kind of lightweight sleeping, and he's got his head, resting against the fucking...
The window.
And we get to that turn. When that turn, it's a switchback. So he literally comes out, and I'm like, oh, yeah. And he comes back. BAM! And I was like, fuck yeah. Oh, what the fuck? I was rolling. He's like, oh man, fucking window. And that shit was loud. Shit was hella loud. I was like, oh yeah, because they're the shatterproof windows.
The Ploof one.
Ploof, yeah. It's light proof, but different.
It's proof light.
And yeah, that was hilarious. Hella people on the bus. What the fuck? It was hilarious.
Oh, man.
You really had to be there because it was loud as fuck and it was quiet as shit on that bus.
Which it never was.
So everybody on there, and it was a nice warm day, so it was warm on the bus, and everybody was like, it's kind of napping weather on this motherfucker right now.
Well, in the fucking, high school, I don't sleep at night. I go to sleep at like fucking 2 or 3.
Playing MVP all goddamn night. Oh shit, I forgot to do my homework. Fuck it. Video game.
Dude, legit, I did maybe 20-25% of my homework in high school.
I did it. Was it right? Well, in one class, I was forced to do 60, 70 assignments before the fucking quarter was over. Yeah, hey, I fucked that. I nailed it. Turned it all in. She was like, I didn't think you were going to do it. And I was like, neither did I. There it goes. She goes, you even turned, I think I... turned in 65 or 5 more than I was supposed to. And she was like, where the fuck that come from? I don't know, nigga.
I found it in my bag.
I was like, you counting that shit as extra credit? That's the fuck you gonna be. She was like, yeah, I'll count it as extra credit. And I was like, sweet. And that fixed my English grade from an F to a C. Well, because
I'll take it.
I had F. No. I had, I think, B, F, and then...
Was that junior year?
And then a C, yeah.
The senior year we had English together.
No, that was 9th grade.
Oh.
9th grade. So I had hella time to fix that. After that, it was easy.
Because 9th grade we had Mr. P.
12th grade we had Mr.
Or 12th grade, yeah.
9th grade we had...
Miss Reed.
Yeah, Miss Reed. I was about to say Miss Ashshot, but no, Miss Ashshot was... She's that crazy ass fucking... I think that's their name. Crazy ass computer teacher that she did not know how to use computers.
The old lady, yeah.
She was legit like, hey, little niggas, don't piss me off. And she was soft spoken, so she was more like an old white
she
lady.
had
So
she
was
had
more
fucking
like, you know,
Angie's
don't
Lab
do
before
anything.
Angie, right? Yeah.
She was like, just don't mess anything up, and I won't write you up. All right, play on the computer.
Meanwhile, fucking Mr. Luck sitting up there
Mr.
fucking
Luck.
playing AVP and Shadowhunter.
Mr. Luck was a
Shadowrunner.
Nothing's better than having a teacher that was born and grew up in a foreign land. Better yet, a teacher who at 14 was murdering motherfucking Viet Cong until they were like, all right, let's bring you to the United States. Then he was like, all right, bye everybody. I'm going home. My new home. It's better. And then he got into the tech sector, made a decent amount of money, and then was all like, I'm going to give back by teaching these stupid little bastards how to type. And he did. Everybody loved him.
He was like everybody's favorite teacher.
The most beloved teacher in the motherfucking school. Anybody who had him, you'd hear him screaming, or you'd hear them screaming to him, Mr. Locke! Throughout the school, all the time, and he'd just be like, hi! He's a shit. Everybody has that teacher.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Luck, he was the one. He was a cool ass.
He was like unanimously. I don't know if anyone disliked Mr. Luck.
No, yeah, no.
I don't think anyone did. Like other teachers, there were definitely people that didn't like him. Even like Ray Goza, who we got along with hella well. There were people that didn't like him.
Yeah, well, because he held you accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
If you were a dick, then you know you got what you fucking wanted to come to you.
Yep.
He could be a bigger dick. He's been doing it longer.
He's got practice.
Yeah. You're brand new at this, so sit down, kid. You little piece of shit.
I don't know, like overall, like most of my teachers in high school, there were a few that were kind of annoying, but
yeah, there were a couple that.
But I also
there
get
was
like
one that I'm not going to say his name, but he legit. My uncle was a security guard at the school, and years later, I was like, "Hey, man, whatever happened to him?" And he told me, you know, what happened. He goes, "That guy was very disrespectful to a lot of kids and very aggressive, and he was aggressive with one of them." And little homie told him,
"Well, no, he wasn't a teacher. He was a counselor."
No, I don't want to. I don't want to give away. You know, who
he was front office.
Yeah, and he.
It took me a minute.
My uncle told him. Yeah, my uncle told him. He was like, "You better be careful. You have no idea who the fuck this kid is and who his folks are." He was like, "Oh, I don't care." He was like, "You better care, because first off, the kid you're doing that shit to, that little motherfucker ain't no kid, dude. Like, he is experienced, if you know what I mean. Not to mention, his folks are experienced, if you know what I mean. Whatever." Grabbed him like this, which you're not supposed to do.
By the collar,
by his collar, by the scruff of his neck, yanked him around, and homeboy legit was like, "You better fucking quit that shit." Homeboy was like, "No." A couple weeks later, you know,
he's gone for a few months.
He was mugged, and mugged times 4. He got fucked up, and
then he came back.
Then
he got fucked up again.
Did it again to
Different
another kid. Was told not to again and did it, and it's all like, when are you gonna learn? Like, oh, no one tells me what to do. Well, what? Like, that mentality, I grew up around people who did that shit all the time. Well, I'm not in a gang. Okay, you think they give a fuck about it?
Right.
You're going over into blue territory. You look Latin. 'Cause you are, nigga. Don't wear red over there. Come on now. I'm telling you from experience. I got folks that are in the game and they're like, don't do that. So I'm like, okay. So I don't do that. I got friends that are on the other side and it's like, hey, don't do that. And you know what you don't do? That, which is go on to their side wearing colors they don't like, looking just like the enemy, and most of those people tend to be immigrants, so they don't care.
Yeah.
They'll blast you. If the heat starts to get too much, they're just going to take off. They'll be gone for 2, 3, 4 years, because SFPD, I'm going to be real with you, ain't too many detectives, and your murder is going to get swept right under the rug.
Especially if it's just deemed a gang.
No, if you're a tourist, you're good. They'll solve your shit. You're
real
fine.
Quick.
And for the most part, nobody's really going to mess with you. So you're good. Come to the
they,
city.
they may try and rob you, but
they
they
may
ain't gonna try and kill you.
But just like anywhere you go, do not take your jewelry. Leave that shit at home. Don't take anything really expensive. Take your camera, your wallet, your money. Maybe you want to take your money. And just the shit that you need. Don't be out there, fucking showing that you're rich.
It doesn't make it right, but don't make yourself a target.
2 Chainz got robbed in the city. A lot of rappers.
Twice.
A lot of rappers.
Not in the city, in the Bay. He got robbed twice.
Once in San Francisco.
And once in Oakland.
And once in Oakland. Like, motherfuckers don't realize a lot of murders just get swept under the rug. Just shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Well, not just
no
that.
One got killed.
In a lot of cases, they don't have the fucking manpower to even go after if they wanted to.
They don't.
Like, I know for a fact SFPD's down like a few hundred officers.
Yeah, hey,
and
if they didn't drug test, weed, hey, it's all I smoke. I do that. Dude, I'm not going to smoke on the job. What the fuck?
Hell no.
And
I ain't going to come to work high.
It would ruin any fucking inebriation you had. Anytime something happened, a call would go off. It would completely nullify any effects of
because you go into a different mode. It just
literally do. It's not even funny. It's a performance enhancing drug. When me and my cousin, we were like 19, 20, took a bunch of dab hits, smoked a fat fucking bong, covered in oil with, little bubble hash put in the middle. We were ripped. Munchie time. We're walking down 21st to the store, and we're in between, what were we, Florida and, where were we in Florida?
Oh, from his house. From his house.
No. We were in between Alabama and Florida on 21st. We were in between, right in front of the right in front of the apartments right there. So there's nothing but motherfucking garages right there. Yeah. No car, just one car, who's technically illegally parked, but he's parked in front of his garage.
Yeah, like right across the street from the Boys and Girls Club, right? Like right now.
No, down the block from the girls.
Okay.
So if this is the block.
Oh, so
Boys
you're down. I got you.
I'm right in front of there.
That's right. You said you were between those two on 21st. Yeah.
Michael and our childhood friend, nickname. This is childhood name. Piggy is up the fucking way. So we're moving. They're a little ahead of me. I'm walking behind them. A red car.
Going to the one on Bryant. The corner store on Bryant.
Yeah, the corner store on Bryant. And a red car is coming. A CRX is coming down towards us. Whatever. We all look at it. It's whatever. They're going kind of slow, so we keep an eye on them. And then next thing you hear is plop, 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 plop. Obviously, I'm like, fuck. At first, I have they're diagonally blocked by the car. Now they're moving. I'm in open space. Oh, that's not fun. So I run, and then you hear a couple more shots. We are booking it. I stoned no longer. That shit left the second that first shot went off. I was like, oh fuck, and where the performance enhancing drug aspect comes in from it. I knew to get away, I needed to run. That's the thing. So all I was focused on is where the fuck is that vehicle, and high knee, motherfucker, high knee. And me and my cousin, who are pretty fast, we booked it. Our buddy Piggy, he's over there like he's running up, and then my cousin gets a call, and it's the homies. And they're laughing. They're all like, you pussies, you scary ass niggas running from nothing. It was like, oh, you motherfuckers. They were like, we didn't see you, my bad. We were shooting at that car. They were all like, they were, a bunch of motherfucking scraps. So they took off, or Sudanos, or whatever the fuck they're called. And fucking, they bolted, and it was all like, oh shit. It was like, alright. I think it's time to fucking skip the store. Let's chill.
Let's head home.
Yeah, I'm not involved in any of this shit, so I'm just gonna sit the fuck in the house and be like, video game. I'm cool. I've kept my interactions with all you motherfuckers to a minimum. Family.
Yeah.
That's all I'm fucking keeping it to. And then when we were in high school, this was fucking hilarious. I was with I'm just gonna use nicknames. You know who I'm talking about. Two I'm related to. You know which ones.
We're talking
Huh?
Male or female?
Female.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking about.
You know who I'm talking to.
You know who I'm talking to. Yeah, I do. Me. But we're there, and they're all like, "Oh, hey, D, come with us. We need to pay our who was it? S needed to pay her cell phone bill, and we're with her sister C.
Yeah.
And we were with God, I'm spacing on his name. How could I space on his name?
And I
Frankie?
wasn't there?
Jelly Booties?
Oh, Freddie.
Freddie. See, you know what I mean. And we're with Jelly Booty in her car. So we're sitting, and I'm saying that because she had a gorgeous figure. Really nice ass. And I'm sitting there, and my sister goes with, no, she went with C to go pay the cell phone bill. And me and S are sitting in the car, and them two are up there, and they were looking cute, and it's all like, I'm back there, and we're chopping it up, we're talking about whatever, and I'm wearing, I think, LeBron James Cavalier jersey. This was like year 1 or 2.
It would have had to be at least 2.
Yeah, I think it was 2.
Because he came out in 02. So that would have been like.
Oh, so no. So when did this happen? So 04?
That would have been like year 2 or 3, something like that.
Something like that. No, so whatever. It doesn't matter what year he was in. It was like, 04,
it was
05
young
whatever.
LeBron.
Yeah, and
with all his hair, not the receding hairline.
And this is why I say, if you find out what the fucking colors are in the city you're in the ghetto you're in, so you don't wear them and you don't get mistaken. Because we're sitting there in a red car. I got a black shirt on, red motherfucking jersey, red shoes, black pants. I'm like, ooh, I'm not wearing the right uniform right now. And I'm looking around, and they're looking around, and they go, oh, who the fuck is this nigga in the back of the car? And one dude saunters over, dude from the blue side, and he stands right there. He is looking into the car. There's no denying that. He looks at them, and then he looks at me. He looks at them, and I find this hilarious, because they're all like, he really thinks he can. He thinks he got a chance. And I'm over there like, this motherfucker does not give a shit about you two. He's over here wondering what the fuck I'm doing.
He's eyeing the shit out of me, not you.
He's looking at you two. He's checking you out. I'm not gonna lie. You're getting 2, 3, 4 second stares. This motherfucker's
he's glaring through me.
5 to 10 second, just like. And I'm like, oh shit. And then he keeps looking across the street. So I'm like, I gotta keep my eye on this guy and the people across the street. Then he hops on the phone. So homeboy across the street comes across the whole time holding his sweater in his hand, bundled up. Hey, start the car. We gotta go. Circle the motherfucking block. They're all like, oh my god, look, now he's calling his friend over. Hey, goddammit, he ain't here for you. He got a gun in his motherfucking hand. Let's go. And then they get to the other side, and he legit, I'm not lying. If you hand someone a sweater, here you go. This motherfucker handed this nigga like that. I was like, go. And then S was like, yeah, we should probably go. I'm all like, I asked her years later, do you remember that? She's like, no. I was like, I do, because I almost motherfucking died along with you, because you were in the firing line.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta go.
There's no discretion. There's no discrimination.
No. I was like, you can't go out and be like, excuse me, sir, I'm not with your organization or your opposing organization. Could you please leave me alone? Yeah, that shit ain't gonna work.
You should have tried that.
especially because he'd just be like, get bow! And I'd be like, ow. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
So, again, learn your American gangs. It'll help you.
Yeah. No, it really will.
It's a new Boy Scout badge. I got my gangland badge. I know which gang is what. Can you do the hand sign? I'm a Boy Scout, of course. It's like, oh shit, that's actually pretty cool. It's like an Eagle Scout, that's pretty much dead. Pedophilia ruined the
Really?
Boy Scouts. They decimated that
I mean,
shit.
I could see that. That is an issue.
You go on camping trips. I'd murder a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
I would. Nope. I would legit Gankafoo. Gankafoo. That sounds like it should be a clothing brand. Gankafoo. It's like
Boo-foo.
it's like Boo-foo. Buy us. Fuck you. Man, the movies back in the day were great. Did you see Marlon Wayans was all like, he defends white chicks? Oh shit, I seen a white chick that looked like one of them. I was legit on Bart like this. So you could see.
Was it today? Were
I'm
they in
sitting there like
costume?
this. It was a couple days ago. I was like this. I'm sitting there like trying to look at that motherfucker like, what the fuck is wrong with your face? Like that looks. It legit
Oh my God.
looked like she was wearing an Edgar suit. I swear to God.
What the fuck?
If you don't know what an Edgar suit is,
Go watch the first Men in Black.
yeah. And Vincent D'Onofrio, he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
He's a really good actor.
Fucking Gomer Pyle.
I wish that they did comic book movies like good, cause I don't want to watch any of these motherfuckers. They legit make me not want to watch any of them. The movie I want to see is, along the lines of the Schneiderverse, only making a little bit more sense, baking in why Superman doesn't kill. I like him killing Zod.
Yeah.
That was cool. You have Zod be that that literary device that you can use to be like, yeah, the bad guy don't give a fuck. Nigga, you think Hitler gave two shits about anybody?
No.
And then he got
Other than Hitler.
Man, and then it's like he showed everyone, and the thing that kills me is hearing some of the poor Jewish people that couldn't leave, and I don't mean the poor Jewish people, I mean the impoverished Jew who was like, where the fuck am I gonna go?
Yeah.
How am I gonna leave? And they could see the writing on the wall. Old Jerry the bum, where the fuck did he go?
Oh yeah, no. There
We all know
were
that
definitely
Gary's a little,
lot that fled before.
There was a lot of Germans that were like,
Oh shit!
there was
Not
one
Jews.
story-
Not Jews. Just Germans.
There was one story where he was a high-ranking Nazi official in the beginning, and then when shit started going the way he could see it because he was there, he could hear them, and he was like, it's only a matter of time before these motherfuckers legit get violent towards the Jews. And I think he showed, after a meeting, he showed up to his Jewish neighbor's house, like knocked on the back door, not the front door, which had him like, what the fuck? Opens up the back door like, what's up? And he was like, leave now. Ain't no thinking, don't second guess this shit. You need to
what you
leave.
can carry and go.
All people can know or hear me say to you is leave. I don't want to hint, but you need to get the fuck out of Dodge. Homeboy did it. I think he told a couple other Jewish families that were like, fuck him. He was who over here trying to intimidate us. And I think the Night of 1,000 Knives, or what is it, Night of 1,000 Broken Glass, whatever the hell it's called. That happened like a couple weeks later. So it was all like, oh shit. There was a bunch of Germans that were like,
Oh yeah, not every German and not every Nazi soldier was down with what was going on.
Once that motherfucking wave took hold in your country, it was like, oh shit, and then all of a sudden it's all like, your kid, they're coming to the Bunchen Vergen or some shit like that. I forget what the fuck it's called. But it's, the little kid fucking army. And they were literally indoctrinating them. That's when people say Adidas and Puma were created by Nazis. Yes and no. They were Nazi youth. I don't think they were like high-ranking
Yeah,
Nazis.
they weren't Nazi soldiers.
They were just about to be fighting age.
They were Nazi Boy Scouts.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were. And you weren't escaping that. That was not open for discussion. You know, I'm taking your fucking kids, nigga. We're not asking, I'm telling you.
I'm letting you know they're coming with me.
Let's go. And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, you did not want to be there in the 30s as a German. It was just shitty period, especially after World War I.
Like post-World War One, yeah, it was a fuck. And that's how Hitler was able to fucking gain power.
Woodrow told him, hey, if you come down hard as fuck on them, all that's going to do, or not Woodrow, I think it was a journalist. He said, if you come down hard on them, traditionally the way, the old empires used to, it's literally going to cause a backlash. It's going to be a 20-year... No. Actually, what happened was, he said all that shit, then they had the conference, and he was on his deathbed. Then the terms came out, what was basically agreed to. This is what's going to happen. He said, this is a fucking ceasefire. This is a 20-year ceasefire. World War II started 20 years to the day that nigga said that. He died that night. Bruh.
What
it
the
was like,
fuck?
Holy shit. And when Bismarck died, that's how World War I started.
Yeah.
Otto von Bismarck was a fucking
not
political...
Bismarcky.
Yeah, that's his son. He was a political genius. He fucking was all like, if I tangle a web so fucking convoluted, you're basically a Corsican brother to the extreme. Watch the Corsican Brothers. It's a Cheech and Chong movie. Essentially, Anthony goes out, starts a bunch of fights with people, doesn't...
Just get fucking lit up.
Lit the fuck up. No damage.
He feels
Beats the shit out of all of them. I'm here playing the game, and I'm just like, pow, 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 pow. Like, oh, man. Pow, pow, pow. Like, oh, shit. Like, what the fuck? That's essentially what Otto von Bismarck did to, headphoneless. What Otto von Bismarck did
I'm just sitting here soaking it in.
To, Europe. So you literally, if I wanted to be like, you know what, fuck Anthony, I'm gonna take his shit. I go to punch him. He doesn't punch back. I'm literally like, pow! Ow. That didn't work. And if you did somehow do some shit on the sly, it would immediately just revert back. Because it's like, you can't hold anything.
Yeah.
You could screw someone out of some money, but beyond that, you really can't do anything. And he kind of, he made sure that shit, that asshole of Europe stood nice and tight. And then when he died, it all went to shit. Because that's when you had, the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, who was on the side of the Serbs. He would, I think 3 years later, of natural causes, the king of the Austro-Hungarian Empire dies. So he would have taken fucking control and been a lot better.
A lot cool.
Serbs. A lot cooler is what I was going to say.
He was going to coo at them.
A lot coolerist to the fucking Serbanians. And
twice half that.
But, if they would have just waited, maybe we wouldn't be dealing with a lot of the shit we are now. But then again, would we have... the Magnetron 2000? Would we have TV? Would we have radio?
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of shit that, wartime...
Volkswagen.
Yeah, Volkswagen.
That was Hitler.
Yeah. The Autobahn. Our freeway system comes from Eisenhower. Using the Autobahn.
Yeah.
He was like, this is fucking fantastic logistics. Now you look at
it.
it.
Now you get on the freeway and you can't go over 20 miles an hour because you got someone with their left turn blinker on in the fast lane hitting their brakes. With nobody in front of them.
Hold on.
For miles.
I have to maintain you being boxed the fuck out the entire time you're driving.
Or here's another one. We were just talking about this the other day. You're behind someone, but you're going. You're not even on them. You're going. I'm coming up. Get over in front of you.
Oh.
And then I'm just going to go like this.
Oh,
because
I
don't want anyone in front of me.
I need clear lane in front of me. That's how I drive. I'm going to go fucking 50 when the speed limit's 65. But you know what? I'm driving safe. No, you're not. Get the fuck out of my way. And hey, if you're not from California, if you weren't born in California, do me a favor. Move back to your podunk motherfucking state and make that piece of shit actually contribute to the union. Because we got, what, 3 states that actually do it? That truly do it?
It's 3
Texas
or 4.
Is a pit hole.
It's 3 or 4 that are actually
Texas
producers.
Texas is a pit. They probably get just as much aid as they have coming in. So it's like, get the fuck out of there. Yeah, you know what the fuck I mean. You know, they're making that they're actually making. No, you better fucking get what I mean. Fucking, because we're about to displace Germany as the 4th largest fucking economy in the world. California.
We went over this before, and we were like fucking 6th, I think.
Well, let me revise. Some of you motherfuckers move back to your podunk
Yeah, no,
states.
not everyone. Because just the ones that cause problems.
I want to see, well, that, and even, you know, even the ones that don't. I want to see other states do well.
Yeah,
I want to see Oregon.
Even more
Jesus
importantly than
Christ.
Getting out of here for the sake of my commute, like, go back and build, like...
I want the rest of the fucking union to be strong.
If every state's nearly as strong as the major producing states, the 4 or 5 major producing states, guess what? We're a major economy.
We're living fat, and don't go for, honestly, I don't.
And fuck this trickle down bullshit.
Yeah, and quit.
It really, like, and I say that with the utmost sincerity of fuck it.
They know
it does not work.
It doesn't help
everyone that thinks it works
is dumb, or they're
just naive. Like they're either naive,
they're thieves.
Yeah, they're either the ones that are getting that money that stuff that's supposed to trickle down, or they're naive thinking that it's actually trickling down to their pittance. And no, it's not. What works is essentially flip that, inverting, give the money to the masses and let them spend it, and it will work its way to that elite few.
Well, the only way that's going to work, trickle down.
And I don't mean go and hand money to everyone, but like the way that it's structured. Don't think of giving all the money to the top and it's going to work its way down. No, you give it all to the bottom and it will all work its way. It will
evaporate its way up.
Yeah.
You know, distributed
Make sure that
across all corporations.
The bottom level is taken care of, and everyone else will sit fat.
Well, right now, if Biden was a boss, no, I'm old as dirt.
That's a massive if, and never will be.
I could barely operate. I'm getting old as shit. The greatest gift I could give this country is forcing corporations to bring their money back home and actually pay their fair share in taxes, and then tell them, all the rich families, I'm not gonna take the money you already have. That's yours. You won. You won the fucking game. You won it so much, you fucking broke it. You won. Now you need to pay everyone else a livable fucking wage and watch. Now you can really diversify, spread your money across all fucking businesses, and watch me spend my money like a fucking drunken sailor, dude. I'm gonna be like, now I got bread, I'm gonna buy that.
Yep.
I'm gonna buy this.
That's where the whole trickle down of, well, they're gonna buy all these products. It's like, no.
I have no money.
No, I'm talking about trickle down. It's like, no, the wealthy dude isn't gonna go buy fucking 50 of the same thing. He's gonna go buy one really expensive one.
They don't buy American shit either. They buy all foreign shit.
But even if you're going off of, like, well, it's gonna feed the retail, which is gonna feed this.
But what retail? They're one fucking person.
Exactly. They're gonna go buy one item. Maybe 2. If you give that money and spread it across 30 people, guess what? They're going to go buy 30 motherfucking items.
I would make it
and guess who probably owns the company they're buying them from? That dude up top.
Man.
And that money's going to make it to him.
It would, if I was president, I'd see if it would be legally no, I'm going to pull a Teddy. I'm going to make it legally possible for it to be impossible to dip, above and below certain percentages in certain economic or in the economy, because wartime, to maintain a military, first off, you need people. All first world militaries are running into this problem where we don't have enough people to fill
Yeah.
this role. You know,
And it's become in this country especially, we do not take care of our military.
no, we don't. It's
Fiscally,
fucking annoying.
medically, and any kind of support. You are literally just a peon to go die.
When you, yeah,
That's
the
essentially
burn
that's what they
pits,
look
the
at.
oil fields,
All of
yeah.
it. And you're under. I don't know how you are the highest funded military, and yet you have inadequate amount of supplies.
That's because it's
Well, I can get to a point where I probably can figure out why.
yeah, bureaucracy.
But it should, and that just goes to show that we do not take care of our soldiers here. We don't take care of our military. They get paid shit.
For doing a pretty dangerous job.
They at times they have non-functioning equipment. You go down the list, and then when they're discharged, yeah, oh yeah, you get medical through the VA, but you got to go 400 miles for it.
Yeah, you got to go quite a distance. For
And
some
then
good
you're
vehicle.
gonna yeah, exactly, like it just your retirement is nothing. You have a GI Bill, but all that is the money you weren't paid while you were deployed.
Yeah, it gets infuriating because there's a lot of holes that can be, filled with education, and honestly, I'm an amateur, military historian, and from what I've gathered, motherfucker, you need a standing military. I understand all these peaceniks and everybody concerned about, the military.
And just
doing
because
this,
you have a
the
standing military
do-
doesn't mean
No.
you're not searching for peace.
No,
you're
it
not
doesn't.
acceptance of peace. Acceptant of peace.
You need a force that is
Because inevitably
ready to
there is
fight.
someone that isn't looking for peace.
yeah, exactly. If someone once you get weak, you're gonna get pounced on. It's gonna fucking happen. We know it because we've done it. How did we get Hawaii? We stole it.
Yeah.
Pure and simple. We stole that shit. We paid for Alaska, but we pretty much whatever we could steal, we fucking stole it. We wanted
And even
to be
if we didn't take the
imperialistic.
land necessarily, we took the resources.
Yeah, we had ways of fucking getting around it, and it's we can do things at home currently to ensure that our people are educated, and an educated person is still gonna buy shit. You don't gotta worry about that. People are educated and they're still financially unable to hold on to that fucking paycheck because they're impulse buyers.
Yeah.
You're always gonna have that. You're always gonna have substance abuse. People are
And that substance
going
doesn't actually need to
buy
be an
shit.
illicit drug or anything.
Some people are into fashion. They'll legit put shit on, wear it once, twice, thrice. Alright, that's done. I'm getting rid of this, and if they have money, I will drop that shit off at Goodwill, and then we'll run my happy ass to motherfucking
Yep.
TJ Maxx. Well, that's low end.
I was gonna say it.
To fucking
But yeah.
Nordstrom's and fucking Louis
Macy's
Vuitton
and shit like that,
and
yeah.
all that. And if you're Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all these other motherfucking luxury companies from afar, you need to start putting pressure on American businesses to be like, hey man, you need to start paying your fucking people, bruh. I'm gonna make way more money if you pay these motherfuckers.
That's
pay
true.
these assholes so I can make bread off of them. Cause I personally ain't gonna fucking buy any Gucci, Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, I was about to say Versace. I started thinking about fucking DC Curry and in the Scary Movie 2. Motherfucker, this is Versace. He said, nigga, you can't even spell
No, that was
Versace.
fucking Friday too.
What'd I say?
You said Scary Movie.
Oh, yeah, Friday.
Next
Whatever.
Friday.
Same deal.
F.O. Sachi.
Yeah, this shit was hella funny. They should do another one.
Uh,
Chris Tucker.
sounds
stop
like
being
they're
a
kind of in the
bitch.
works for it. Except for Pops isn't going to be in it now.
I know, you fucks took too goddamn long. Shit pisses me off.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
I'm like, why the fuck? And Chris Tucker, what? It just irritates me. That was the crew. That would have been the shit.
You add Mike Epps into that, money.
It would have been that man.
Money.
Fucking Witherspoon. He was hilarious.
I won't go in there for 45 minutes.
You know who else is great? Paul Mooney.
Yes.
That was a shit talking ass nigga. Man, I wish I could have met that motherfucker. I'm jealous of all the comedians who did.
That did, yeah.
Man.
No,
they need to just have a Paul Mooney-a-thon where, you know, they just share their stories and have Ari Spears, well... I'm so disappointed in Ari Spears, man. Bro, get off the sauce, man. Get the fuck off. Whatever your vice is, stop. You're talented. You're skilled. It's that addict shit that's keeping you from working. Don't nobody want to work
fuck
with
a
that
book.
shit.
Look at my dance.
Man.
Dude, that special had us
the thong song, remember that? Ass looked like a bag of rocks.
His
that
Shaq
shit was hella funny. Yeah, his Shaq was great. His Shaq was amazing. Remember when Jimmy Kimmel did fucking Shaq in blackface? You know, certain people can't pull that off. When he did that, that was like, fuck. That was hella funny. Hella funny. Because you could see it was all in jest and it wasn't making fun of Shaq. It was having fun with Shaq.
Yeah.
And Shaq is a hilarious motherfucker.
He really is.
He is a funny fucking dude.
And that's what, like, it ties into what we were saying earlier, too. It's like, he has to be. He's so gracious, it's like you'd think he would have a great sense of humor. And he absolutely does.
I love the story about him spending money willy-nilly, like just fucking handing that shit out.
Yeah, when he was with Orlando.
His accountant's all like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's all like, what are you talking about? he went off on him. To be spending your motherfucking money like this, you be broke. What the fuck are they doing for you? All they're doing is accepting that shit. Blah, 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 blah.
And more fucking like, athletes need fucking, like, accountants like that.
Yeah, the accountant knew. He was all like, oh shit, you know, let me help this
like,
dude
that's,
out, or he's gonna waste all his money.
Yeah, and that's what they need, because you get a lot of them, and they get their childhood boys to fucking be their money managers. Like, I know I could have you do it, because you'd be like, nah, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'd legit be like, no.
But it's so shiny.
It's a bag of chips. I don't give a fuck. No.
But it's like a lot of them are like,
yeah, you can buy it. Buy that mansion.
Buy that
Lambo.
Yep. And let me drive it.
A waste of fucking money.
And let me drive it.
There's what? One rapper who's legit, fuck you, nigga. I bought this Lambo. I'm gonna drive this motherfucker. And he legit, that's his commuter. He just drives that motherfucker everywhere. I'm like, yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah.
You know,
but like,
the thing is,
to go drop that much money on it, yeah.
Oh, that's $250,000. Nah, maybe not that much.
But it's
like $50,000 or some stupid fucking number. And they're like, nope, we have to repaint the whole thing.
And while you're making, you know, in general, you're assuming you're making decent money. If you do that a few times, I mean, that adds up real fucking quick. So it is. You need more fucking accountants like that, because it's. And more player, like, I feel like I would love to have the money to start a sports agency. Not just the money, but all wherewithal as well. Now I got the money, I can do it. That's essentially what Kanye did. And he lost his two biggest athletes.
That's what Elon is doing to Twitter.
So
that's, you can see it. It's starting to go in the hole. And I bet you, because let's not forget, he's a Russian... you know, I don't want to say apologist, but, I mean, he stands with them.
Yeah.
Oh, just sue for peace. Motherfucker, let me run up in your house, nigga, and fucking claim your kitchen, your garage with the car, you know, fucking the third kitchen, nigga, because you're rich as shit. You know, I'm going to claim half your house. Now, what you doing? No? Don't call the cops. Let's sue for peace. Let me just have this shit. Like, that makes no motherfucking sense. He don't like people talking shit on Twitter. Oh, I don't like this about Twitter, so I'm going to outright buy it. You know, that's what he believes in. Just hostile takeovers. I believe what I want, if I'm strong enough to take it, I should just be able to take it. And it's all like, well, Elon, I hope you know, I have the ability... I'm not going to say that on here because I could get in a lot of trouble. But anybody on Earth has the capability of ending anyone else. So you were literally, no one is safe. So by your definition of, well, if you're strong enough to take it, well, someone could just take your life.
Yeah.
I mean, Kennedy was shown that. Reagan was shown that, even though he lived. Garfield was shot. Oh, nigga. Tell me why. Yeah, Abe's a good one. Tell me why they shot Garfield, right? And it's back in the day. Remember, Florence Nightingale's like, hey, I think there's little ass things called germs. We should wash our hands and, stay clean. They're like, stupid bitch, you don't know shit. You got a vagina, which means your brain is like 18 times smaller than mine.
And then, doesn't function.
Yeah. Fucking dumb whore. And then, years later, it's all like, she was right. She was really right. And they're just literally in the gunshot wound, just finger. It's like,
oh yeah,
dirty fingers at that too.
Well, yeah, they didn't wash their hands.
And then it's like, damn, Tone, I can't feel it. Go in there. And then he's literally in his ass. That's good enough. And then it's all like, and everybody's just all like, yeah, man, it's hard to bathe in this time. It'd be cold. It's like, what the fuck? You're literally just prodding with no anesthetic. So our poor...
Here, bite down on this.
Poor fat-ass president is laying down, having motherfuckers fisting his goddamn gunshot wound. It's like, I can't fight the bullet! It's like, get the fuck out of there! It's like, sir, stay still!
Better off just letting the fucking bullet sit there.
It's like, fucking hey! Dude, because serial killers are all like, you could do that a lot cleaner. And it wouldn't hurt him as much. Like, yeah, shut up. I'm doing my job. So yeah, fucking A.
But yeah, what I was saying about that though is like, it kills me that sports agencies don't have accountants like that for their clients.
Your first home should not be a mansion.
And that's not to say that there aren't some that don't, or that do, but as a whole, there's a reason that so many athletes end up going broke.
What you should do if you're an athlete, buy a modest home in a cool little area while people don't know you, work on getting your name bigger, and then get good at wood burning. Wood burn your motherfucking initial into a bunch of different parts of the home that have been, remodeled so it looks nice, so when you resell it, motherfuckers are like, oh shit, look what he did that himself. Ah! And it goes up in value exponentially.
Not just that, like your first check, you don't know if there's going to be a second one. When you get that first contract, you don't know if there's going to be a second one. No, you hope there is.
You get Odened.
Yeah, that's a perfect example.
And that's sad. You could get Penny Hard. Ooh, no, you can.
Grant Hill still had a long. Yeah, and he never had big money because he was a second round pick.
Hey, and if you're an athlete that isn't listening to this, because why would you? Fuck the team. If you're injured, don't push it.
No. You know your body.
Money. So, I mean, don't pull a Kawhi Leonard
or Ben Simmons.
But you need to get out there.
Like if you are hurt, you're hurting the team.
I seen a bunch of motherfuckers saying LeBron to the Warriors. I was all like, give them a bunch of motherfucking draft picks. They need them. Just be like, hey, we'll give you a bunch of draft picks. Give me LeBrosif. They could close it out. It would be real easy. It would take the load off of all the players. Yeah. And you can legit just be like,
you could have lineups with all of them out there together, and then you could have them where they're just cycled.
You could literally
I would say to start
the true death lineup.
Start the game for the first few minutes to try and get out to that early lead, and then that in those prime minutes in the second half, throw out the true death lineup. Bye.
It would be murder. Because if you look at it, the Warriors are old, LeBron is old. It would definitely, hey, there's a lot more teams out there that are fucking shooting phenomenal.
There's a lot of young studs in the league now.
All of Curry's little proteges are out there.
Yeah, he's reached the stage.
Not everybody can be a fucking physical freak like LeBron.
But everybody
could learn to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
When we grew up, what did everybody do? Especially, in the city, we all grew up, we were too small.
Yeah.
So you grew up shooting. I
Well,
guarantee.
that's not exactly the way we played.
Guaranteed. No. We played we played old school, '80s basketball where I legit, my sister and my cousins, they'd be like, I hate playing with you. I played with a dude who washed out of the NBA or like G League, and he was like, dude, he goes, you fucking play hard as shit. He was like, you're literally, I'm a grown ass man and you're over here throwing elbows. I'm like, I don't mean to. It's just shit. Back the fuck up.
Yep.
You know? I need to quit fucking hollering. Fucking, but seriously, back up. Get off my ass. If you want to be all up on me, hey, you gonna get hit. That's how it goes. And if I'm up on you, I'm gonna get hit. And I used to just be like, that's how we play.
That's it.
How we
Back
play.
and forth.
You call a foul on me, now it's okay. All right, you want to be a bitch? I'm gonna treat you like a bitch now. And that's the way we grew up. And all the Asian kids were like, I'm just gonna sit at this motherfucking three, nigga, and I'm gonna do what my people do. I'm archery, bitch. Woo, woo. And you would legit be like, this nigga is 2'9", and he has busted
raining them
every three he has attempted. And last time I checked, looking the ticket taker, this motherfucker's on 1,000. And they would legit be training him. They were just all small. So it
Which
never,
is why it's like it
never
just
really
didn't-
amounted to anything.
Like even in high school, they were small for high school.
Yeah.
In the city, like public schools in the city, do not get they get prime athletes. They don't get the specimen.
Don't get the funding. They don't get the fucking funding.
They don't get like the specimen athletes in general because they end up going to private schools and stuff like that. They'll get scholarships or whatever.
It's annoying.
And it's I can't hold it against them.
Yeah,
better opportunity. You're playing better competition if you're an athlete. That means you're at least going to get money for school.
You really do need that.
So it's like, we played against a couple guys in baseball that got drafted, or at least I did. You weren't on the team the whole time. But
no, yeah.
Because one was
no,
sophomore.
I played against that guy.
You played against one of them. There was a couple.
Against both of them in the preseason.
Oh, that's right. But it's like you say that, and then there's other leagues in the area where it's like a lot of the teams that you're playing, at least the better teams, have at least one guy that's getting looked at, and probably two guys that are getting looked at for school. The same thing goes for like basketball, even less so because a lot of the taller kids went to private.
They're going to have to go to like Diavola and other schools. Now you can't even go to the top paid schools in the city, Sacred Heart or St. Ignatius, because their teams even are the athletes aren't going to go there. You get those are all academic. You really don't get that. I mean, their funding is great. The kids know how to play because their coaches are phenomenal. And our coaches were, people who legit were.
It was essentially a volunteer. We did it.
They
don't get a lot of money.
No, they got.
And
got at the very most, because he'd been doing it for so long. The very most.
It was like in the
$4,000 stipend.
Yeah, it was like usually it was like 25 to $3,000. And mind you, it's a fixed amount. You're getting paid for, as a head coach, I think it was 150 hours. Because I think the assistant was 75.
Way more.
Like when we did it, I did the math and I was making like $4 an hour. Something like that. Because I got paid for 150 hours at, like the hourly rate was solid. It was in like the 20s or something. This was, 5, 6, 8 years ago. But I'm only getting paid for 150 hours for the season, which basically covers game day, like the 3 hours you're at the game, and maybe an hour a day for practice. We were out there for like 3.
Oh yeah, we were out. Oh my god. You know what? I gotta get going. Next time, let's talk about coaching.
Yeah. We didn't even get to really dive into Kanye and Kyrie's comments.
Oh yeah, they're annoying. They are annoying.
One thing I really loved was Kanye, like right before he said all this anti-Semitic shit, was like, Adidas couldn't drop me even if I said some shit about Jews.
And it's
then
like,
they were like,
people, they're like, dude.
Gets even better, dude.
They dropped him the next
day.
They
dropped him. He shows up to Skechers, to their headquarters in LA.
They kicked him out.
From my understanding, Skechers is owned and operated by a Jewish family.
Oh, that's amazing.
Talk about knowing your demographic.
Man, he's
Fucking,
a genius.
and then you got Kyrie, who puts out this bullshit apology about fucking, basically like promoting an anti-Semitic movie that's full of shit that's already been disproven or shown as like just complete misinformation, and he's promoting it, and then his apology is, I meant no disrespect.
It's like, bruh, that movie's all disrespect, and it's all like, I meant no disrespect. That's literally like, look, this song Hit 'Em Up by Tupac, everything he says in this song, I mean about you, bitch, but no disrespect. Like, what?
Like, hey, with all due respect, you're a piece of shit.
No offense, you're a bitch. Like, what?
But I said no offense.
Like, come on now.
I said with all due respect. What was that? Ricky Bobby. With all due respect, you're a fucking idiot. It's like, I said what? I said with all due respect. Like that doesn't make it okay.
Fucking morons.
You know, and then that's without really diving too much into him. He's got to get going. We could. I'm sure there'll be more information on that coming out in the next week, and we will definitely get into a nice coaching speak.
Spotch.
Yeah, you know, twice half that.
For real.
But hey, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, all that shit. You know, give us some feedback. Tell us how bad we're doing. All right?
All right, deuces.
Hey,
Cuckoo.
later. Happy Halloween, y'all.
Bleh.